don't know. Hi everybody. It's Priestess and Medium Rosalind. How you doing? Oh, there's one person. How you doing? You want to like, share, and subscribe? You want to say hi? Yeah. Okay. I see the big alert came on right there. Okay. How are you? Could everybody say, like how they're doing when they check in or come in? Just say hi or how you doing. What you're thinking about today. I think that's good, right? I'm gonna have my readers on standby. Hmm. How you doing? Yeah, I specifically wanted to come on and just touch base with everybody about something because I thought it was really kind of serious. And I don't know if it's almost like this genre of everyone's so clear on what they like, what they don't like, hashtag this, hashtag that, but no one's really talking about the serious stuff all the time. It's like a constant like hamster wheel of stuff, but it might not even be the serious stuff that we really should be talking about, like as women, feminine, our mental health, um, our experiences, and how when we're healing, they turn into wisdom, they turn into clarity. And when we're still trying to heal, it could be so many things that we're not even fully aware of it, when it's happening. That kind of thing. Um, but I wanted to talk about some topics, and I am gonna do some cards, but not like full on readings, not like that. But I'm gonna do some cards, and I wanted to talk about some things, okay? Because they're really being called out to me, like in a big way. And if I see it myself, because I'm empathic, I'm shamanic, I'm intuitive, that's who I've always been, right? And besides any tarot or anything like that, I can sense when things are moving and shifting. Okay. So there's some things that I think we haven't been paying attention to, and it probably would help us a lot, and we would feel a lot better. We would see things a lot clearer. We would have hope. We might have more light and healing. We might feel better, have better relationships, have better income flow, have better things going on in our family, better ways to communicate and explore with people. Okay, if we were turning on some of the better stuff in our life. So let me just go through some of the topics right quick, okay? Let's go through a couple of those. Oh goodness, I was rushing around, so I'm trying to calm down and stop. I have a glow. I'm not sweating. I have a glow. And I want to thank you all, just for being part of the Soul family, for rocking with me. I've been on YouTube 7 years now. I want to say that, I care about you all. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for donating. Thank you for the personal private readings. Thank you for checking in on me. I continue to check in on you in an energetic way, and that's how I get my readings going, because I can sense and feel when things are shifting. So we're going to be coming out of Mercury retrograde. We're going to be going into a new moon. So it's time for a lot of us to just think about some newer stuff and how we want the next 4 weeks or 6 weeks to look, right? But let's go into some basic stuff, okay? I wanted to go into expansion, healing, and adventure, okay? I'm not going to make it really, really long because I don't want the live to just shut off, because sometimes it will do that during YouTube, and I have no idea why. I don't know why, because it's streaming just fine. Um, Standing in your value and your truths, okay? Even if you're ashamed or you feel guilty, standing in your truth, standing in your value is who you are, okay? Your mental health, okay? Your mental health, soul retrieval, Soul retrieval. This is huge. This is something that all of us, every culture, not just Native American, all cultures, going all the way back through time, it's been traced like over 20,000 years. We all did soul retrieval because we all had shamanic healers. We all had wise women. We all had shamanic healers, medicine women, medicine men. We always had that in every single culture because we were all human. Okay, so we all had a way to heal after trauma, stress, post traumatic stress, things that actually shatter us. And then that's the last card, the shattered feminine. Okay. I wanted to talk about something today that really stood out to me. Okay. How does healing look? How does it look when we're not healing at all? Okay. How does it look when even our mental health workers, our readers on YouTube, our counselors, anyone who's supposed to give us help, okay, in our world, in our society, and they're also wounded. They also are hurting. Excuse me, I got text messages. They're wounded, they're hurting. How is that supposed to work when you have a whole group of people in society, all levels, doesn't matter the income level, doesn't matter the health level, okay, like their physical health, their status, whatever in society, there's thousands of us that are shattered, broken, and wounded. And a lot of it is coming from this whole thing that we have been told and exposed to as women, as feminine. We are taught from a very young age to act a certain way and to absorb a certain amount of stress, to keep a certain amount of things in, to always look pretty, to be more feminine, to be more loving. And then there's a whole segment of of women, feminine, who were abused, traumatized, and still told to go out into society, with these skills, qualities, attributes, and it can shatter you, especially when it's called to you in relationships. Okay, and we are told to be and do a certain way, and to always be so supportive of our partner, to notice everything around us. And we're in the struggle of relationships at least 50% or 60% of the time before we even find someone who is supportive, loving, understanding of what you may be going through, understanding of what makes you you, standing in your value, standing in your truth. I saw something very interesting on Facebook. I was just clicking through Facebook. I'm on there very seldom, like maybe once or twice a week, and I'll pay attention for maybe 10 or 15 minutes on Facebook. And I noticed something. It was a whole debate about it was about, was it breastfeeding? It was something to do with mothering, young babies, etc. And one of the women was saying, well, I've always been autistic. She talked about it. She said, I've always been autistic. Well, she had a different viewpoint and she got attacked. And I'm thinking, this is so strange for me to even be seeing this, because I normally don't even see or get into posts, on Facebook, but I saw it. And it was almost like everyone was so regimented to seeing things their way, which it was, people had all different opinions on the post, but she said it. She said, I've always been autistic, and this is what I'm telling you, and this is what I think, and this is what I studied about this whole thing. I thought that was so powerful because she stood in who she was. She said who she was. She didn't have shame. She didn't have so much fear of jumping into the post and stating her opinion. I just thought that was so powerful, because we need to accept ourselves when we are broken, when we are wounded, when we are shattered, feminine, and we've had all of these blows in relationships. We've had all these blows to our feminine ego, right? Well, that's important to acknowledge it. It's important. And even now, when we come on to YouTube or we come on to Instagram Live or whatever it is, and we're speaking about things like this, It could be a topic that a lot of women aren't even going to tune into. They're not going to be alerted to it. They're not going to be sensitive to their own need, their own wounds, their own need to explore and understand what could be going on with them. Okay? So that's a little bit dangerous. If we don't explore and understand, we don't share this kind of information, we don't comment about it, then how does the shattered feminine, how does it ever get taken care of? We begin to lose out on what that even looks like in our life, in our world. What does it look like? Because what I'm seeing is so many of the women in all different stages, all different ages, all different ethnic backgrounds, all different income levels. What I'm seeing is that we're not going in depth to heal. We're going in for a few minutes to hear, does this person really like me? Um, does this person want to talk to me? Will this person accept me? You know, can I get a new relationship if this person didn't accept me? Can I get a new relationship within a few months without going through understanding ourselves? Because when we start to heal, we expand. We need to start trusting our healing process. We need to start trusting, well, if you feel like crying and you're crying for, a month off and on, and you're experiencing loss, you're experiencing hurt, you're experiencing releasing stress, releasing experiences of that created post-traumatic stress within you. Is it something wrong that you're healing and then that you're in that deep space to clear out your wounds, to give yourself self-care, to give yourself prayer, to give yourself ritual, to give yourself that understanding, that space? Because I'm finding that that's not always what's happening. It might only happen maybe 25% of the time. And we need to be finding out why. We need to be clued into that. We need to understand that. Especially, when I'm seeing this in younger, like 20, 22-year olds, really thinking that, there is no other kind of love. There's just this struggle love and trying to accommodate masculine, trying to accommodate the partner, trying to keep it going and do all the check marks and to look a certain way and to talk a certain way and to accept so many different things in society. That's not how we're going to heal. That is not how we're going to heal. That's why one of the intros to my tarot readings is I know you might be on, on the tube, just going through all of the love readings, just going like, just looking for a way, some kind of way that you can find out, will this person ever like you again? Will this person call, in so many days? And, it's so much of that. And I think it's not just us. We can't just blame ourselves. Society has walked away from the ancient way, the good way of healing, the safe space, the support, the understanding when someone needs light, when someone needs healing, understanding when someone, just needs the retrieval of their true self so that they can stand in their true self, in their soul self, and that they can acknowledge their journey and learn from what they experienced. That's how healing happens. It's expansion. It's seeing things from different angles, different perspectives, getting clarity on what it was that you experienced, understanding, forgiving so that you can move on. Forgiving and not holding someone hostage in your mind and in your energy because you want their karma to be some other kind of way. Okay, we have, so many of us have done that. We want their karma to be one way, and it's not going to be that way. It's going to be what it is and what they should learn on their journey when we let it go and free ourselves so that we can keep going on our path and love ourselves and be healed also. Okay? So we need to look at the adventure of healing, that it might look different. When you see a tarot reading, when you see a tarot reading, like, are you only going to look to that one specific incident, that one specific person, that one outcome you're looking for, and that's it? Like, locked into it like a deer in headlights and not thinking, well, this could be about my family. This could be about work and career. This could be about me going back to school to study. Instead of it only being locked into some karmic thing only. So, how does expansion start to look? It starts to look different. That's when you know that you're really starting to heal and put pieces together in your life, okay? That's one of the ways. I'm hearing and listening and being the space sometimes that our mental health workers, our spiritual practitioners, even our physicians, our doctors, they all need to be buffered, be vetted sometimes, okay? Sometimes we can't talk to everyone because they're a counselor because they are not all right. They're not okay. And if you're experiencing something and you need help, don't just give up on yourself. Don't say, well, that counselor, they didn't help me, or this doctor, this facility, they don't understand it, because you might be just a few days, a week or two away from meeting a whole new network of people, whether it's doctors, counselors, spiritual practitioners, readers, whoever it might be. They might help you to truly put those pieces together that you need. Okay? Like, really, because some of the people, because I know I was in the helping field for years. Some people need to be out of the field for 6 months. Some people need to understand why they got into the field. They're very triggered sometimes. This is why you can't base everything on how you know someone else and what they say. You have to also know yourself and how you feel. And as we move along, some of you may start to understand your own intuition. One of the big things with intuition is diet. And some people, they never want to hear that. You know, that they never want understanding of that because it means they have to give up some things, like coffee, like giving up sweet tea, which is a lot of corn syrup, okay? Which is not really good for us. It's things that people are consuming that's not good, and it's blocking their intuition and it's blocking their modes of healing, okay? So, how can I put this in another way that may be good for so many of us to hear also? Um, Living in the shattered feminine, not paying attention to mental health or not fighting for the mental health that you need to help you, okay? Standing in your values and truths. It's being authentic, it's accepting where you are and really being grateful for that. It's accepting where you're at the moment, feeling very grateful for that, and honoring it by getting the help that you need and by getting the understanding that you need and talking to someone when you need to talk to someone, sharing what you need to share, crying when you need to cry, understanding that you're angry for specific reasons, understanding that you're human and your truth and your shame, it might, your guilt, it might be necessary then. We've all been through different stages of that. Okay, some of us go through shame and guilt and everything when we're first learning and understanding about ourselves. Some of us, it comes later. Okay, some of us, it'll come later. Yeah, and soul retrieval, for any of you who are interested, look this up. Look up soul retrieval. I'm trained at it, and I used to do them much more when, this was years ago, much more when people were asking about it, they understood it, you know. And now it seems like some of that has given way to a lot of mental health um, things that aren't always supportive, like just taking medicine over and over and changing it, upping it, adding to it. And that's when the questions start to come in about who is your practitioner? Is it really helping you? Always asking questions, always getting the support you need if you're taking medicine, okay? Always getting that wraparound that you need. Asking the questions, talking to your doctor, talking to your mental health care. Because if it's something that you need help with, then you need that. You need it. And soul retrieval was the one ancient original way that a lot of problems were solved when there was an accident, an injury, a death, and someone was really needing to put their souls back together. Like literally, it's an ancient form of doing it. I'm not going to get real detailed into that, but you can look it up. You can look it up and read about it, okay? So let's get into some messages. I have some different cards here, okay? I have some different cards here. Let's get into the messages. Please know that it's not normal to be lonely all the time, okay? Especially if you're feeling lonely and you keep retreating, putting yourself back away from everyone, back away from, you know, that normal communication contact that we usually need to have with others, okay? Pay attention to that. It's not normal to be lonely all the time. It's not normal to be depressed for months. You know, and that's really sad because some people, they're living like that for so long and they think that that's just life, and it's not all the time, right? It's not normal to be angry all the time. Okay? Rage, envy, those things aren't normal all the time. So when those things come out, we need to look into it. Look into it. Start looking into it. Start talking about it. Okay? Okay. So I do see some interesting decks that I pulled. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm going to start out with the Psychic Tarot. Okay. Let's see. I've been talking for 23 minutes. Let's get into this. Okay. What are the messages coming through now that we need to know? What are the messages coming through now that we need to know? What are the messages coming through now that we need to know? What are the messages coming through now that we need to know? Okay. Disruption. Disruption. See how he's literally coming apart? That's kind of like what I was saying about fragmented, the soul being fragmented. Trauma, post-traumatic stress, childhood issues, divorce, loss of a loved one, child abuse, spousal abuse, homelessness, poverty. Those are the things that cause us sometimes to go into shock, trauma, and loss. Okay? Fragmented soul. Disruption. Okay? Discontentment and boredom. Throat chakra. So what I'm getting here is that some of us need to speak out about this being at home, being at work, and either way you're not stimulated, you're not thriving, you don't feel that, you know, anything good is really happening. There's no joy. There's only this discontentment and boredom. Sometimes we have to remember talking and speaking about it can be such a healing thing. I was just talking to someone, he's a master Reiki practitioner, and this was like 3 weeks ago. And he was talking about, you know, everyone still has to talk about something that happened, even if it was a while ago. It's still in you, and it's still in your chakra system. And this is the throat chakra. So it's really talking about what you're feeling, what's disrupting you, where's the trauma, where's the discontentment where nothing is bringing you joy. Really speaking it out, okay? Let's keep going here. Triumph, okay? So Spirit's trying to let you know that this can lead to triumph. This whole thing with speaking it out, acknowledging it. And when you're feeling restless and discontent and bored, sometimes you need to talk it out. Some people actually heal and learn through auditory, through speaking it and hearing it. Sometimes we actually need to talk to ourselves, to talk ourselves into what would be good, what would cause me to expand here and grow here. Actually hearing it and saying it and having those ideas out loud, okay? What else do we need to see and know here? What are the messages for the viewers? Father God, blessed Holy Spirit, protect me in the pure white light. Protect me in the pure white light. Okay. Truth. Standing in your truth, even if you're a little bit ashamed, even if you're feeling a little bit guilty, standing in your truth. Because you're gaining wisdom. You need to share that. Balance. Balance. And I love this because he has he has the pentacles, the cups, the swords, the wands. He has everything here in balance. And that's how we are. We're really part ancient DNA from our ancestors. Okay, we're modern, we're walking on the earth, we have emotions, we have spirituality, and we need a balance with all of those. Obstacles and challenges. Obstacles and challenges. I love this because it's like someone trying to jump across. You see that? He has to jump across and make it to the other level. You see that? And you see it looks like an ancient phoenix right here. I love that. So what I'm getting here is that the truth and being balanced in your life is going to help you jump across to the other level that will take you a little bit higher, a little more happiness, a little more balance, a little more wealth and prosperity. Universe. Universe. So some of you might be having dreams about that. It might be some messages coming through from your ancestors, from archangels that work with you and protect you and love you. Let's keep going here. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. This is about you being who you are, defending and protecting your own mental health, your own energy. Stand your ground, okay? And blocking the bullshit. Blocking, because you know it's not true. You know if someone's degrading you, if someone's gaslighting you, it's bullshit. Okay? Positive movement forward. Positive movement forward. You see that sun? That's beautiful. If you can imagine what is your sun, what is your goal, what's going to keep you moving forward positively. Intuition. Yep, intuition. So a lot of us need to up our intuition. And I was just sharing with you one thing that does up your intuition. It's something I learned a long time ago when I was trained. It actually ups your intuition. Okay? If you don't fully believe that, try it. Try it. Cut down on sugar, junk food, juices, sodas, anything that has corn syrup, because corn syrup is literally toxic to our bodies. Cheap stuff, just cheap snacks and, these breads. That's not the way any of our ancestors never lived like that. They had those good whole vegetables and fruits and protein. That's what they had. Prosperity. Prosperity. So I'm also getting here with this. Some of you are going to move ahead by knowing what you want as far as your money, income, your wealth, etc. I'm also hearing something about credit cards. I don't know what that's about. Money, wealth. It's going to be led by your intuition and you not giving up. Knowing that you need a certain way to live. You need a certain standard. You need a certain income. So it's almost like you're making that pact with the universe. Putting it out there, what you really need. Yeah. Wow. What are the other messages coming through now? What are they? The devil. Temptation. Temptation. Partnerships and alliances. Harmony. Soulmate energy. Moving on. Okay. So what I'm seeing here very specifically is that some of you are involved with someone who is toxic. It could be a friend. It could be someone who you see as a soulmate. It could be someone that you see as, oh, I must have this person. This person was with me through a bad time. But I think with the devil being here, it's being called into question. Is it a toxic thing where you're the toxic one and you keep reverting back over and over and over, obsessing over what's happening? Some of you are going to move on. Some of you are going to move on from it. That's what's happening here. Some of you, you think you have this clear, but maybe you're the one making it toxic by obsessing over what's happening. Some of you are just involved with a toxic person. Could be a toxic person you're involved with. Yeah, but some of you definitely. This is what you want. This is what you're seeking, right? Let's see what's on the bottom. Memories of love. Memories of love. Conflict and defeat. Firm foundation. That's the root chakra, okay? Trapped in fear. So are some of you having memories of this person and it was not firm enough to continue, or they were saying things that were not rooted in anything that was solid? They didn't give a good firm foundation. You couldn't really trust them, and you're having those memories of being trapped in fear and memories of defeat. Okay, that could be what's going on for some of you. We have to allow that to come to us and feel it and let it go. Starting to forgive, that's huge. Yeah, it's huge, especially if this person, maybe they took money from you, if it was some kind of investment, financial loss. Wow. Financial and material changes, yeah. On the bottom, heartache and loss. So someone could have literally, like, taken something from you. Like, literally here, taken something from you. Light. When I see this, it's like I want to call it hope. You know, because she's reaching out. She has hope that things are going to get better. Hope, being in the light, seeing yourself in the light, meditating, feeling that golden light energy around you. The sun. Okay, solar plexus energy. So this is definitely a message for some of you. Solar plexus, sun, that yellow energy here. You see that? Yeah, I'm being told you need to invest in yourself. Trust in yourself. Okay? Investing in yourself, trusting in yourself. I also feel like there's some kind of secret. Yeah, there's some kind of secret. You know the song, it's by Halsey. I gotta stay high all the time to keep you off my mind. Ooh, ooh, high all the time to keep you off my mind. Ooh. That, it's almost like this broken part where this person, she's trying to give up. This person is like, it's in her. It's like this person was a drug, addictive, toxic, and she's trying to walk away from it. But she's so battered and she's so fragmented, she can't even get it together. And that's kind of the energy that I was thinking of when I started writing down the notes for this live. What do you have to say about this person? Mother, Father, God, blessed Holy Spirit, spirits of pure white light, protect me as I retrieve the messages. What can we say directly to the shattered feminine, the broken, wounded feminine? What can we say here? Let's see. Yep. Nine of Swords, anxiety, mental exhaustion. She just wants to rest. You see that? She's tired of all the worry and stress. So resting, relaxing. Six of Pentacles, being treated fairly. That's what that's about. Making sure the people around you are treating you good and fairly. Queen of Cups, mothering yourself. Giving yourself that good mothering love and mothering attention. Coming from the heart. Sustenance, like giving yourself good things to eat, good things to drink, pampering yourself. Queen of Wands, passion, fire, activity, exercising. Okay, can you exercise? Yeah, simple stuff, right? You know what? This deck feels so heavy. It's very strange. I use this deck. I've never felt it this heavy in my hands. It feels like it weighs about 5 pounds. I'm not making this up. That is very strange because I've held this deck for years. I've had this deck about 5 years at least. Oh my goodness, that is such a weird feeling. On the bottom, Judgment. This is something that you've been through before, so you're relating to that brokenness, okay? So it makes it feel like it's hard to give it up, but it's possible. Page of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Being stabbed in the back here. Competition, mind games. Giving that up for something better. Giving up this anxiety for something better. Okay? Nurturing yourself, loving yourself, being around people that are treating you well, investing in yourself. All right. What else here? Oh, expanding, healing. What does it look like? Let's get into that. What does the healing look like? I cannot believe that about that deck. It feels like it, I mean, oh my God, I wish you all could feel that. Okay, I'm gonna use the Work Your Light. Okay. Rebecca Campbell. What about this expansion, healing? What do they need to know here? The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? The crumbling. This tower is about to crumble. What are you clinging to? What are you clinging on to? So it's time to let go. That's what that's about. It's time to let go. Let your healing take on a different shape, a different form. It's not going to look the way you're thinking. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution goes to expression. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Share your voice, because it's going to lead to so much expression. It's going to heal you. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? See what's on the bottom. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying the foundation, a divine plan. See, so some of us really just need to work on this plan. Grandmother of Jesus, Anna, laying a foundation. So does that make you think about, you know, the feminine that came before you? Like all of those goddesses that came before you. Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. A new way of being. Because we're talking about expansion to help us heal. Okay? Wow. I love this deck. I love this deck. I also want to give you all some messages too for those of you who are looking for, you've just been in lack consciousness, and it's like you don't know where your prosperity is going, because that does affect a lot of us mentally, right? It puts us in that struggle mindset when we don't feel we have enough, okay? Okay, moving away. Some of us are going to have to move away. Moving away, because maybe your energy will be different in a different. Oh, yeah, Spirit just said it. You'll be calmer. Show more proofs. This could be like when you're trying to get approved for a new place, new apartment, new home, new car. Okay, waiting for direction. Need an attorney. Do you need to clear something off your credit? Do you need to clear something off of your record? And it's causing you to, always get a hit. It triggers it every time you try to apply for something, or even for a new job. Okay? Money flows, money grows. Be grateful about things. Yep. That is one of the best ways to be, because even if you just have your own bed, that's a big deal. Some people don't even have their own bed. Okay? Be thankful for all of those things. Every night and every day, reflect for 5 minutes on what you're grateful for. Okay? Do you have clean water in your home? That's a big deal. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Look what's on the back. Dead weight. Are you trying to take care of someone and it's like this whole dead weight where they're just draining you energetically and draining your money and income? Resume, coaching, skill set. Okay, on the back, save 10% of all your income. Make it a rule. Savings for the future. On the back, donate to a great charity. Wow, because when you donate, it's faith. When you donate, even if it's not 10%, if it's 5%, if it's 2%, you're still putting it back out in the universe. It's like you're trusting that it's going to come back to you, right? And you're helping someone else. Mentoring and growth. Okay? New representation or an attorney. So some of you definitely might have something going on where you need to get legal counsel, legal aid counsel. Maybe you just need to speak to an attorney about some things that are happening, right? There's a new moon coming. Time to manifest. Manifest those goals you have financially, okay? Road opener. Open those roads up. Pray for open roads when you're doing those things to manifest, okay? All right. Okay, I feel like we covered some really good information, right? If any of you would like to get in touch with me, my information is below. Because sometimes we just all want to talk about it. We want to talk about it. We want to see what's going on. All right. Thank you for being part of the Soul family. I will see you all again soon, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.